Cryptillions and crypto crackhead nation. Today is, I don't even know, is it Friday, July 3rd, maybe, 2021, and you're about to get Timified. This is another market update, perhaps a more urgent one. It looks like this small little rally. Hey, Boo Boo, stop trying to sweep with a picker-upper, please. I have a 3-year-old running around naked, I think. Nope, you're not naked anymore. Good. Stop doing that. So I don't think this rally is going to hold up, folks. It looks like it's going to fail, and I'm getting the gut feeling that it's going to go below my target. I don't know if I have the technical analysis part behind this figured out to explain why I feel that way, but looking at the chart, I just feel that way. This looks bad. It doesn't look good. So let me try to figure out why I think that way. I really don't know. I woke up really late today because I'd been sleeping about 5 hours a night trying to get everything ready for the first of the month in my Patreon community. And my lady went somewhere in the morning, and my 3-year-old decided to not wake me up. She just like slept in the bed next to me. I came in from another room and said, "Holy cow, it's noon." I slept till noon, but I went to bed at 3 a.m. But anyway, so the 1-hour Stokes are curling around. Well, to be honest with you, I do know, but I typically don't share this stuff with YouTube. So all right, I was going to try to figure out with normal stuff, but the things that I have personally developed and I share with my community. So I have a basic rule. So this information is available within my community, okay? It's paid for content, but I'll show it to you visually. So on the 1-hour chart, my ribbons, if price on the first push up, first push defined as Stokes go all the way up, if price does not get in the ribbons, the chance of that rally failing is probably 70+%, maybe more like, I don't want to say anything higher than 70% because I screwed myself about last week by saying 90, but it's got a very, very high likelihood of failing. That is also coupled with when Stokes are all the way up on this first push up, okay? Or actually, it's the second, even worse. It's the second push-up. That was the first push. So it's the second push-up. That's actually kind of why I'm feeling this. And these, the RSI of the 1 hour hasn't been able to dig itself out of the bearish control zone. Let me blow that up for you. I almost think something like this is about to happen. So let's go over here. What day was that? June 22nd, 900 hours. June 22nd. Yeah, look. Yeah, it looks like this is about to happen. I think it's about ready to fall pretty hard, and I think it's going to overshoot the target. I don't know by how much, but because everybody and their sister and brother and cousins are looking at this freaking line and this line here, I'm pretty sure it's not going to hit it. So, you know, exchanges don't want people to make money, right? Those Wyckoff Bitcoin and crypto cartel who were essentially pumping the price of Cardano and Ethereum as they created a false rally or a lower high up to 58K in Bitcoin back in, who knows when did that happen? This rally here that actually my ribbons got perfectly, but I chose not to look at them because I was being an idiot, and I just decided to be bullish, and I got fooled by the Wyckoff people. But yeah, my ribbons clearly showed that this was going to be a failed rally. Couldn't get above the gray line, right? I mean, totally missed it. But the folks, but the same folks, you know, who are printing these shapes, or the cartel of people, it's probably a cartel, not as in drugs, but a group of people who are all in agreement to make money off of the little people in a certain way, right? The folks who were printing this shape also pumped, I've already shown this to you in my YouTube videos, but in the exact day of this beginning of, you know, failed rally, the first day, that's the first day that Ethereum started pumping and Cardano started pumping, and I've already shown that in my YouTube videos. It was all a setup. It was all a setup. And it fooled me. It absolutely fooled me. I really thought this rally was going to live because of Ethereum being so strong. I thought it was the market leader, but it wasn't. it was intended to look like the market leader, right? So with that general context, you know, and I believe that at least a couple exchanges, large exchanges, are talking to or in some type of coordination with whoever's printing these shapes, or whichever cartel is printing these shapes. Since everybody's seeing this line, I don't think it's going to hit it. In retrospect, I did say I thought it was going to hit it yesterday, but then I saw other YouTubers, because I do a lot of market research. I look at who I consider the best traders are out there. I follow 3 really good ones, and I think 2 of them are always in my description section, but they're totally different types of analysis, right? And I follow others too, but they're not even close to being as good as the 3 I follow. But in their analysis also included something to this effect. This line. So I realized, shit, everybody's looking at it, obviously, because it's you know, it's a trend line, and it's got this awesome support here. Like, it's got a very obvious range of support. Something tricky is going to happen, folks, and I think the trickiness is going to be a scare down. Yeah, failing twice like this, it's not good in and of itself. That means it needs to go lower to try to get, you know, reset its, you know, reset the Stokes, you know, try to get maybe the daily down more a little bit. Let's see what the daily's doing. No, the daily is checking its RSI, so that's kind of healthy. It looks like it needs to wick down, though. So it almost looks like the daily RSI needs to hit that trend line before it can really get the gumption to try to get the moving average, which is the white line right here. See that white line? That's the exponential moving average of the RSI, made by one of the traders that I think is really good and I have for like 4 years. I think something, I don't know. I have a feeling that something kind of volatile is about ready to happen, folks. I'm getting that feeling. So, and what could happen? It could be a monster move up. It could be. It is possible that what is happening also is, no, because this looks like it's being printed as a position, a posturing of strength, right? But my ribbons are saying, no, it's actually not strong. And without ribbons, you can't really tell that, because this looks like a good posturing, like it wants to, you know, like it wants to do this. So if I had a new target, I would say this area, this cross section, might be my 3rd most probable right now for an immediate move within today, tomorrow. So this might not happen today or the next hour, right? This could take a day or 2 to play out, or 3 days. So I'm not saying today necessarily, but it might be. Let me do the normal. So I've already given my community all these alerts, like about Cardano potentially falling off a cliff, all this. So I'm good. I've taken care of my community, but I care about people out there who aren't in communities, because I was never a person. I never joined one until I was forced to make one. My viewers said, you have to make a community. Like I said, what is Patreon? I think that, so I did not plan this video at all. I literally just sat down, I woke up, I sent alerts to my community, and I'm seeing this, and I really think something big's going to happen here, and I think it's going to be down. I think, so you can see how I analyze charts in real time, just going back and forth. And so this is valuable in and of itself. Even though this is planned, just look what I am doing on my chart and what I'm looking for. See, since this area, folks, since this area, like, is new-ish, price is here. Price is getting ready to fall off a cliff on the daily, folks. There is no daily support there. I think it's getting ready to drop hard. I will be making money if it drops hard. I've already set my positions and given everybody a heads up. But so can you see what I'm seeing here? So this is recent price action from the last 10 days. That's not going to hold shit up. This is the stuff. The bottom of the range is what holds stuff up. And on the daily, daily horizontals are stronger, you know, and weekly horizontals are what holds price up. Price can bounce around on 1 hour horizontals, absolutely, but it can't hold price up. It just can't do it. Typically, it can, but it usually doesn't. So if you go to the 1 hour, yeah, you got some horizontals here. So let's draw these bad boys out. Like this is that's like last hope. There's nothing else. This is not going to be support, I'm telling you. So from a diagonal basis, yeah, you have higher lows and a higher high. So in this section in the last 10 days, or not, is that 10 days? Yeah, something like that, yeah. So this could be a higher low before it moves up to a higher high, but I'm getting the feeling that it's not going to happen. Okay, so that's the 1 hour. So I will print that as really thin lines. The daily, so I will make thicker lines for the daily. I mean, just look at this. The last line of support is right there, and price is under it now, screaming, "Holy cow! I'm getting ready to fall." I'll make dailies yellow, and I'll make it thicker. Price is going to break that, folks. And you have to realize this is not support. This won't hold support. This will not hold it up. A diagonal could, because the reason why price moves is because people hit market buy. And the market buy pressure is stronger than the market sell pressure, right? So if enough people are playing that diagonal in this last horizontal here, it could bounce from here. It could. So that's a diagonal and higher low basis. But in terms of the psychology of, you know, people determining to buy and place longs and stuff like that, I think there's a larger there is a larger group of people who play diagonal, or not diagonals, horizontals. And price is breaking through the last daily horizontal. This is bad. Like this does not look good. This does not look good. Oh man, I did not expect to wake up to this. I really wanted to play long, so I've already canceled all of my limit buys long positions, because I think it's going to go lower. So let's draw some weekly lines. I will make those white. Yeah, you got one. So this is kind of strong. Okay, I'll make that white. You have these wicks. So sometimes wicks of weekly, and so since it's a wick to wick, like this range here, so 3 wicks, I will make this a box instead of a line, and I'll make it a white box. So this white box could hold up price, and guess what's been holding up price? Guess where that last dip went to? Exactly almost to the dollar, to that wick, right? So this box is obviously support, and other people play that, and that's, you know, partly why a lot of people hit market buy right there, and it stopped it because of that wick right there. These 3 wicks are important, and I bet this wick went exactly to one of these here. Nope, it was in the middle of. So I need to make this box white for you, and you should probably do this on your charts too. I'm telling you, if you're watching this video, you need to be doing what I'm doing right now. And you should do it regularly. Okay, now I'm going to go to the bi-weekly. I will make these dark purple. Well, that is kind of hopeful. So this is some hope right here. But if it breaks this, folks, it's going to go down. Look at that. So you got 3 bi-weeklies in a row. Yes, I know I can press shift as I do this and make it straight. So that bi-weekly is at 33K. And maybe a little higher. Hold on. Let's actually zoom way in here. So that's at 33.1. Okay, let's go to the monthly. So it's almost the same as the bi-weekly. Man. All right, so bi-weekly, the RSI and the Stokes down, okay? So let's go in order here. Weekly, so these are all more powerful than the small time frames. Weekly, down, Stokes curl down. 5-day, down and down. 2-day, crossing down. 2-day RSI. It looks like it's going to fail that retest of the line. It looks like it's going to come down and try it again. I don't think it's going to stick that landing. So this is a maybe. So that's a little hope. So the lower time frames might be given some hope here, okay? And that's how the larger time frames do get flipped to bullish, is all of the shorter time frames are in unison and they overpower and flip the larger time frames, which move more slowly. The daily Stokes crossing down, which indicate that the 2-day RSI is going to fail and the 2-day Stokes are going to continue crossing because the daily feeds into the 2-day. 12-hour feeds into the daily, down. It's going to fail this retest and it's going to ping off of it and it's going to continue lower, it looks like. This is, I kind of wanted price to go up, folks. Can you tell? But again, what you want does not matter in trading. It doesn't matter. But I did want it. I will, but I don't. I try not to let my trading. See, look, so the middle time frames are down too. The 2-day was a maybe. The daily was down. 12-hour down. 8-hour down. That's going to pull the 2-hour down, and then you're going to have 8 through the bi-weekly all being in unison down. 4-hour got rejected. 4-hour, it's still in the bearish. It looks like it's going to get rejected from the neutral zone on the Stokes. So right now we pretty much have the 4 through the bi-weekly all in unison down. 2-hour crossing down. 2-hour still in the bearish control zone. And its moving average of RSI is in the bearish control zone. So that's technically down. You have hope when the RSI moving average gets above there and the green RSI goes like this and rechecks it and does that. That's when you have hopium that the 2-hour and 4-hour can flip the other time frames, and they're not even close to doing that. 2-hour still in the bearish control zone. The 4-hour got rejected. I think it's getting ready to tank, folks. Everything's in unison down. Everything. But price looked like it was posturing strong, but all the main indicators that are used are saying it's getting ready to, it says it's going to go down pretty hard. Almost everything is in unison down. I bet even the 15-minute is, look, down, yeah. 5-minute down, everything is in unison. Okay, so this is a moment where all time frames are in unison for down. This is actually, I don't think I've ever seen this before. I don't know if I've ever seen all of them on my chart from 3-minute up to like every single one. 3-minute, 15, or 5, 15, 30, 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour, 8 hour, 12-hour daily, 2-day, 5-day, weekly, bi-weekly, monthly. I don't think I've ever once in 4.5 years of either learning how to trade and trading, I don't think I've seen all of them in unison one time. Good thing I'm holding shorts, and rather aggressive shorts too. That's not financial advice. I'm talking about what I'm doing. Definitely not financial advice. Let's look at the, let's get rid of these here, and let's just look at naked price with the lines that I drew. Let's go to like the 15-minute here and zoom out. Let's see if we have some hopium here. So this purple, what was the bi-weekly? That's the line to watch. 33.1. So what could happen is it does hit the target, bounces up, gains confidence around here. So see how these, okay, look. Okay, so that's a bi-weekly line. Look, so remember the, and if you haven't watched my video, that has the, it's a recent video that has the thumbnail, the most important video I've ever made, and it's by far. I mean, so this is going in line with that. Look at this bi-weekly. Look, this is down to the 5-minute hitting it. So the battle is on this line. Right now, this 2-weekly is the battle line. Look. Hesitation here. Screamed up, hesitate, go. Right? Got rejected by the daily line, crashed down. Hesitated at the bi-weekly line, okay, power up, and it's going to fail. And it looks like it's going to stop here for a bit. But when it fails this, what I bet's going to happen here on the short time frames, maybe today, is it fails this line, tries to come up, and it gets rejected by it. That's what it looks like it's going to happen. Or it just tanks through. Because it's already been trying to prove this as support, but it looks like it's going to fail it. And if it fails it again, it could just drop. Like in a really aggressive capitulation drop. Like really aggressive. That could happen. I don't think that's the most probable situation. I think you'd have, bouncies and all that stuff, right here at 31. You'd probably have a bounce at 31,150. You'd have some bounces at somewhere between 28.8 and 30,100. So this whole zone right here is kind of like, it needs to hold this. If it goes below so these 3 lines of support, so you have a weekly, a bi-weekly is the purple. So I drew the box, I'm going to delete it. So I'm going to get rid of this 1-hour line. This doesn't matter. This doesn't matter either. And that line actually matters. So these are the 3 lines that matter right now. So you have a weekly, was weekly yellow? I think weekly is yellow at 33,400 roughly. You have a bi-weekly at 33.1. No, daily. You have a daily support. Sorry. Daily at 33,400. You have a bi-weekly horizontal at 33.1. You have a weekly support at 32,300. And then you have a big box of support that could hold price up. That is between 28.8 and 30,200. So if price does shoot down and you see it go below that, it's going to go a lot farther, is what I'm saying right now. And since all of the timeframes are in unison down, I would not try to long this, and I would not try to long this, and I would not try to long this, and I sure as hell would not long right now. And the reason being is because, yeah, it could get a bounce, and then that would make maybe, the 3-minute, the 5-minute, and the 15, the 30, and the 1-hour flip bullish. That's not enough to flip all the others bullish. And it's going to have a failed rally. Probably, actually, that aligns exactly with what I said earlier. A failed rally, use this or this as resistance, and then it's going to fail that, and it's going to drop. So, I honestly think what I just drew might be the most probable situation, and I don't know how low it would go. I'm not making a guess on where it stops. I simply think it's going to come at least here or lower. So that would be my most probable scenario for the next 2 days. Let me see. Yeah, for the next 2 days. Like, again, this might not happen all today and tomorrow. It might be a couple days. So that would be my most probable short-term time frame scenario. Feels like I'm missing something though. So, and it's also not a coincidence that, you know, this zone I was talking about, it, you know, it almost perfectly encapsulates where most of the volume profile is on this 4-hour chart. You see this? The biggest hump is here at this bi-weekly line. And as I was saying, the battle is here, right? And so you can see it with this volume profile that the battle truly is here. And if it goes below there, the battle will be lost. And it could bounce here and recover, maybe. But if it fails this, I think it's going to fail it all the way, use it as resistance, and then drop farther. Folks, I want price to go up, okay? I really do. I really, really do. But, and you know what? I hope my most probable in the next 2 days is incorrect. So let's try the top three most probable. So that's the first most probable, in my opinion, mostly because there's perfect harmony on all the time frames down, regardless of this pretty decent posturing here. But you had pretty decent posturing here, and it broke down bad. So, like, something like this could happen. So the next most probable is, I would say, a bear trap down to here. 32,300, 32,250, so 32,2 roughly. And then it does recover, and it tests this, makes a higher low, tests it, breaks through. And if it does that, that would actually make a pretty damn good move up. That would probably break 37K. It would probably do it. If it could go down here and recover, get past this purple line again, I think the bears would probably give up for a little bit, take a break, and let the bulls get worn out by driving it up to 37. So that, honestly, this might be my second most probable scenario for the next, you know, week. I think my third most probable is that it does a deep scare somewhere unexpected, like here, like the wicks of a 1 hour candle for a deep bear trap. So let's make this a really thin white line, since it's clearly not quite as important, but it would be trickier if that happened. It'd be hard to play too. It'd be hard to close your shorts at the right time, take profits. I would say this is my third most probable, and then it does recover, gets rejected, a higher low, breaks it, does it again, and goes up to 37. So at least two of my top three most probables are okay, and they involve this being a bear trap. Meaning you're trapping bears in a bad way, but bulls that's good. As long as you're not in a long position. I would not be, I am not in any long positions, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I'm just a dude sitting in his living room, or not my living room. Yeah, I guess it's a living room without any pants on. I do have underwear on though. Who woke up to a lot of seeing something about ready to fall off a cliff. So definitely not a financial advisor. Those are my top three most probables. My first what if, I would say it screams up. But that's like not even close to being a top three most probable. I think it could turn around and scream without touching this line. I don't think it's gonna. I think, honestly, I think a what if is hitting that line exactly. I think that's a far cry. I think that's about a 3% to 5% chance. I think a recovery on this bi-weekly purple line and screaming up is maybe a 5% chance. This third most probable, I would give it like double digits, 15%, something like that. My top most probable, I wouldn't give it even close to 50%, but I think it's the largest percentage. Maybe I would guess, I don't know, 25, 30% chance. So this is going to be hard to play, folks. This is tricky, but it looks bad, okay? So if you, So in summary, I personally think I see a lot of signs pointing severe down over the next 3 days, with a strong possibility of having a bear trap in two places, one being at 32,300, the other being at 31,200. 32,300 and 31,200. So I think those are both strong possibilities, but I think it's slightly more possible that it breaks this and at least hits this white box or lower over the next, say, 5 days. So that's your update for today. A little bit different because I woke up and about shit my pants because I really I had a lot of limit buys, you know, to try to catch a dip between, you know, hit that line, and that line, but I canceled them all because I really don't want to try to snag longs. I don't want to try to catch a knife or whatever. So so be careful if you're trying to enter long positions because it's hitting a line you're expecting to bounce. Please be careful. And if you do try them, make sure you set your stops, and also don't be stupid and use more than like 3x leverage. And if you are stupid and you just can't help yourself, and you're using 5 or more x leverage, don't hit market buy with all your money, right? If it has that like that 25%, 50%, 75%, it gives you the option to enter in a market buy, hit the 25, but don't hit market buy yet. Look at the number it gives you of how many coins you would buy it for a long and cut it in half. If you're going to be dumb and use a lot of leverage, do like 12.5% of the money of the capital they have in your futures account, because it will provide you the opportunity to bail out of your position without cutting into your capital as much, because you're only 12.5% in, although you're using 5x or, God forbid, 10x leverage. So don't hit market buy with all your money trying to long these and get rich fast. You're going to lose all your money, okay? And so I'm saying this because my video yesterday, it was implying, hey, I'm very confident that it's going to bounce off these. I'm changing my analysis. So don't take the confidence from yesterday's video and try to get rich fast by hitting market buy with 10x leverage, okay? All right, we'll see y'all later.